Let's look at nymphs now. Probably in the last decade or so, the Diawl Bach has been the fly that's dominated competition reservoir fishing. Very simple. Diawl Bach's Welsh for little devil. And all it is a couple of hackles, a little bit of peacock herring, and a rib, that's it. This one's a little bit more complicated, but it's got additional movement, lovely colours, but I also use a different coloured head on it for a trigger. It's an all black Diawl Bach. In the vise here I've got it's a standard wet fly hook size 10. The head of the fly is glow bright number 4. The rib is a medium silver wire. And I've got this wonderful stuff. This is a black, grey kind of holographic thing. Love it, absolutely love it. And finally a little bit of marabou. Rather than cock pheasant fibres, I'm going to use marabou, a little bit more additional movement. It works really well when the water's still quite cold, just before the heat of summer. So I'm using black tying thread here. I'm going to wind down to the end of the straight of the hook. Take a little pinch, and I mean a little pinch, you're talking a centimetre off the marabou feather itself. Pinch your loop, secure it, start winding down. So a little tag of marabou. There you go, that's plenty. It's a kind of, how do you describe this? It's a kind of nymph cum mini lure, if you like, but one that's very, very effective. Certainly for the majority of boys that I know that fish with this fly. Take about 6 to 8 inches of the black holographic tie-in. I'm going to wind this down the body and overlapping turns. It's a dull, it's nearly a matte colour, isn't it? You wouldn't call it shiny, like a dull matte holographic. Brilliant for this fly. And with a thread wrap to secure. A couple more. And what I like to do with this is maybe just come in, look over with a wrap just to keep everything nice and tight and secure. Now with the rib, come in the opposite direction to what you were wrapping the holographic. Make sure it's nice even turns, you'll get about 5. Come in, looking thread wraps to secure. Just twist that, it should just come off there. Just turn the hook shank over. Now you can use the tips of the feather like you would with, say, a cormorant, but I like the fluffiness and the mobility, if you like, of the actual thick marabou feather. Just try and get that in the same bit. Make sure it's centred. Come in with your scissors, and as close as you dare, snip. Again, just double check everything's centred, nothing's pulling. Here we go, like that. And again, I'll just come in with my fingertips and about the same length, just covering the point of the hook. Get rid of that stray feather. Come in with this thread. Whip finish. Now you're going to create a bigger, bold head, lots of contrast with this glow bright number 4. Here we are, and we'll go over that a couple of times, because if you just do it the once, what you'll get is, once you put a bit of varnish on, the black will come through. So pronounced head, plenty of wraps on there, build it up, like so. and come in, lip finish. So you've got that pronounced head area. It's a real trigger for the fish to home in. I'm just going to wet that just now. The reason being, I'll add a little drop of varnish, so I don't want the varnish bleeding in to the marabou. A little bit more. And you see there straight away, once you get the varnish on there, just how vibrant that colour is. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Here he is. All black Diawl Bach. A great fly. Half mini lure, half nymph, and it'll fish well as a team of flies, or maybe on the top dropper with a lure on the point. It'll work well in small waters as well. But as you can see, it's got that little trigger. It's black, it's sombre, but that little key, that's the taking point for a trout right there.